My sister hid my passport right before my flight, so I used her own trick against her. Now, her trip is ruined. If there's one thing you should know about my sister, it's that she lives for chaos. Not the big dramatic movie-style kind. No, she's a petty chaos kind of person. The type who'll eat the last slice of cake even though she knows you've been saving it, then act like she's doing you a favor by helping you cut sugar. In high school, she borrowed my prom shoes without telling me and returned them covered in mud because she'd worn them to a party in someone's backyard. Her excuse? Well, you didn't tell me not to wear them in the grass. So when I say she has a history of sabotaging me, I'm not exaggerating. It's her hobby. Last year, I finally booked my dream trip, 2 weeks in Italy. I'd been saving for 2 years, working extra hours, skipping nights out, the whole thing. This was going to be my first big solo trip abroad, and I was ridiculously excited. I had everything planned: flights, hotels, tours, even dinner reservations at this little place in Florence I'd read about online. Of course, my sister knew about the trip. She didn't seem happy for me, more like vaguely irritated that I had something cool going on that didn't involve her. She made little comments in the weeks leading up to it. Hope you like pasta, because that's all you'll be able to afford. Just don't get scammed by pickpockets. You scream tourist. You're really going alone? Wow, bold choice. You know, supportive sibling stuff. The night before my flight, I was doing a final checklist before bed. Clothes? Packed. Chargers? Packed. Passport? The passport was not where it always is, in a little zippered pouch in my desk drawer. I checked the drawer again and again and again. It wasn't there. Cue full-blown panic. I tore through my apartment like a raccoon in a dumpster. Every bag, every jacket pocket, every weird kitchen drawer, nothing. I was sweating, my heart was pounding, and I kept checking the clock because my flight was in less than 12 hours. And then I remembered. My sister had stopped by 2 days earlier. She'd borrowed my winter boots for some costume thing she was doing. And the desk drawer with my passport, right next to where those boots were stored. I called her. Hey, weird question. Did you happen to see my passport? Pause. Long enough to be suspicious. Why would I have your passport? I don't know. Maybe because you were here 2 days ago? She let out this fake laugh. Wow, paranoid much? Maybe you just misplaced it. I gritted my teeth. I keep it in the same place every time. It's not there. Well, she said sweetly. Maybe it grew legs and walked away. I wanted to scream, but I hung up and kept searching. Finally, after midnight, I found it, shoved in a shoebox at the very back of my closet, under the winter boots she had borrowed. I didn't put it there. When I confronted her the next day, she stuck to her story. You're being dramatic. I didn't hide your passport. You're just disorganized. Then she smiled like she'd just won something. I went to Italy, but the whole time I kept thinking about how she'd tried to ruin the trip for, what, a laugh? Control? It wasn't the first time she'd done something like this, but I decided it was going to be the last. Fast forward a few months, she's bragging nonstop about her upcoming trip to Cancun with her friends. You could not have a 5-minute conversation with her without hearing about it. New swimsuits, spray tan appointment, I'm going to post so many pictures on Instagram, people will be jealous, the works. And then, opportunity knocked. One afternoon, she asked me to help her with her online booking because she was having trouble logging into her airline account. While she was in the bathroom, she left her passport sitting right there on the coffee table along with all her travel documents. Now, I'm not saying the universe wanted me to take revenge, but the universe wasn't not saying it either. I casually picked up her passport and wrote down the number and all the identifying details. Then a week later, I called the passport office and reported it as lost. With those details, it was easy. They immediately canceled it in their system. Fast forward to the morning of her trip. I'm at home sipping coffee when my phone rings. It's her. She's at the airport, voice pitched at full panic. They won't let me board. They say my passport is invalid. Did you do this? I let her rant for a good 30 seconds before I answered. Wow, paranoid much? Maybe it grew legs. She screamed something I can't repeat and hung up. Later, I found out she lost almost everything she'd paid for. Flights, hotel, excursions, all non-refundable. She spent the week sulking at home while her friends went without her. I thought that was the end of it. Full story on channel, link below.